What we need is a society that's much more stronger in comprehension and belief and context. I don't think you can really comprehend unless you have a pure heart or you're just honest. Many people don't comprehend and they get stirred up with the inside of their own anger, or they get stirred up in their own wrath, or they get stirred up in their own feelings. Nowadays, there's many people who make videos devaluing women, and they get all these weak men stirred up in their feelings. If you really care about women and understanding the order of it all, you would talk to many women, and you would sit down and talk to older men like you're supposed to, versus going on the internet, seeing a lot of these weirdos who come up with all these moronic sayings about women, putting women down, calling women out their names, who really deserve to get punched in the face, and probably a lot more that I'm not going to talk about, because they're helping distorting the image. And I really truly believe the internet needs to have a council. There needs to be a councilship over the internet. We need to have like a international internet association, because nowadays it's just ridiculous. And I will say that, men, let's be serious about what we want to know versus someone just getting us mad about what we want to stay mad about. What do you want to know versus just being mad? There's no objective in wanting to be thrown around in your feelings, but there's objective in knowing what you want to know, Like, what do you want to know? And if you're disgruntled, what do you fear? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? That's a huge question. What are you afraid of? Whenever someone's mad or disgruntled, I'm finna yell, I'm like, what are you afraid of? Or at least I'm thinking that. I don't know if I asked them that, but what are you afraid of? That's a lot of fear. That anger, that meaningless anger is tons of fear. You don't have to perpetuate a life you've seen growing up. We're our own generation. We're a new generation. You don't have to be upset. Then in the African-American community, I don't want to talk about it too much, but I'm going to talk to a lot of my brothers about a lot of things. Like, you don't have to be upset about that. You don't have to internalize that and perpetuate it. You just have to expect better and do better and be better and learn more from people and choose people who are just people and don't judge people on outward appearance and just live and let everyone be who they is and stop tripping off little stuff. But now we're in a society of disgruntled men who get stirred around by other men who want power. And that's how perversion always happens. There's always people who do the perverting. Then there's the people who entertain it and become perverted. Then everyone's in on it. So we need leaders, man. We need leaders. We need leaders and workers. I saw a Carter G. Woodson quote. He said, "We need workers." I want to be a working leader or a leading worker. I don't know much about history, but history teaches me a lot, and I need to know more African stories. But one story, it isn't African, but it's Alexander the Great. He led his army through the desert. That's you as a leader. I truly believe in being a working leader. You have to earn your right to lead. You can't just lead. We live in a generation of men who don't understand that, and they're being led by men who haven't earned anything. We got men online talking bad about women who haven't earned anything, any right to even be heard, any right to be valued, but they're being valued by perverse men who are just stuck in their feelings, who don't want to know anything, but just want to stay angry about everything because they don't have the nuts, the balls, the experience, and the pain to humble themselves to say, this ain't right. There has to be more of a right. And that's what I'll say.